art has a way of bringing people together.
It was a new way of understanding how a collective can be brought in by the people for the people themselves. ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಸಲ ಗಂಡಸರು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಕಾದರೂ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಚಾಯ್ ಕುಡಿತಾರೆ, ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಜೊತೆ ಮೀಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಕಾದರೂ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊತಾರೆ, ಯಾರೂ ಏನೂ ಅನ್ನಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಬರೀ ಜಗಳಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊತೀವಿ, ಇಲ್ಲ ತರಕಾರಿ ತೊಗೊಳಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊತೀವಿ. ನಾವು ಯಾಕೆ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಇರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ? ನಾವು ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನೂ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನೆ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಹೆಂಗಸರ ಜೊತೆ ಒಂದು ಜಾಗ ಬೇಕಂತ ಅನ್ಸಲ್ವಾ ನಿಮಗೆ? ಈ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಅದು ನಿಮ್ಮದೇ.
This is the new slumboard quarters. Most of the women who stay here are from Uttar Karnataka. These are the women who work as a coolie in construction sites and housekeeping work. And after finishing that work, they come home, cook dinner for their family. So it's very difficult to make them come out, and they have never been in any other activities such as this.
In this project, we wanted to see how can participatory art practices bring people together. The impacts of climate change are first felt by the informal settlements. They are the first to get affected. While that is happening, very often the most affected communities, their voices are not heard when these decisions are made.
We all know that our cities have to transition to a low carbon economy. So essentially what we're doing now is we're starting to think about when our cities make plans to transition, do these plans include the voices of everyone in the city? Through Ali Serona, what we are doing is
We wanted to co-create an identity with the community. It hopes to become a bridge between the informal sector workers as well as the decision makers.
The phrase Ali Serona came up as a co-creation with the community, and many times when we were having a conversation with them about mode of transportation to go somewhere, they kept saying Al Sertivi, Al Hogi, Bus Tagontivi. So that word came about, and we just had a little bit of a wordplay and put it together. Most of the people chose Ali Serona because they felt like there was a movement to the word itself, and Ali Serona means let's meet there.
Workshop started with the Rangoli competition. It was like an icebreaker to bring out the women from the community, and we made them do Rangoli artwork on the road, and all the women came out and did it. And then afterwards it was like they willingly wanted to do something and want to learn something.
The second workshop was block printing. In the block printing workshop, we realized how difficult it is for the people to share resources sometimes. The third workshop was the kaudi making, which was a very essential part of the workshop.
கொஞ்சம் பேர் அந்த இப்படி வந்துடுவாங்க, கொஞ்சம் பேர் வரமாட்டாங்க. அவங்களுக்கு மனசு பேஜாராகும். இப்போது கலா வரும், அப்புறம் அது ரேணம்மா வரும், ஆயா வரும். இது வேலைக்கு போச்சுன்னா லீவு போடாது. இவங்க ஹோட்டல் வேலைக்கு போகிறாங்க. உங்களுக்கு மரியாதை கொடுத்து வந்தாங்க. இவங்க வீட்டு வேலை செய்ய போகிறாங்க. இவங்க வந்து கூப்பிட்டு தான் வந்தாங்க.
அவங்க சொன்னது பார்த்து கொஞ்சம் நாமளும் வெளியில் வந்தால் நம்ம கற்றுக்காததெல்லாம் ஒரு புதுசாக கற்றுக்கிற மாதிரி ஒரு ஃபீல் ஆகுது. பட் நாமளும் கொஞ்சம் இம்ப்ரூவ் ஆகிறீங்க. ஸோ நான் கண்டினியூ வரேன்.
We need to focus more on the gathering part and why we are gathering and why it's important to, and where are we going to find the space for them to do that. I think that is an important discussion we need to have today. So it's going to be a mixture of a workshop and talking. Today has just been a continuation of what we were doing last week, which is Kaudi. I'm not very worried about the progress of the quilt at all at this point, but I'm more bothered about them coming and sitting together and having conversations with each other, which is very important.
ಈಚೆ ಬಂದರೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮೈಂಡ್ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಅನ್ನಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಜನ ನೋಡ್ತೀನಲ್ಲ, ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಅನ್ನಿಸ್ತು.
1 ವೀಕ್ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ವೀಕ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಾ, ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಕೆಲಸ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂತ ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಬಟ್ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಬಂದಮೇಲೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯಿತು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ, ಒಂಥರ ಖುಷಿಯಾಗಿದೆ, ಒಂದು ಹಾಫ್ ಆನ್ ಅವರ್ ಆದ್ರೂ ಟೈಮ್ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಸ್ಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ.
They really need to look after their kids. So one thing that really helped us overcome that challenge was to come up with children's workshop that ran in parallel with the workshops for women informal workers. While it was really good for these kids, but more importantly, it also gave some free time to the mothers to come forward, engage and like participate in these workshops.
Sit with 5 stones with a bunch of children, you'll be able to do so much with just that, right? Play with color, play with space, play with, it's been like the best way, I think, to just get the community engaged. Now that you've gotten into the community, you've built a bond with them, you've kind of worked with them, so what else can be done?
ದಿನ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಎದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಕೆಲ್ಸಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗುವಾಗ ಏನು ಅನಿಸುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನಸ್ಸಾಗ?
ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗುವಾಗ ಅನ್ಸಲ್ಲ, ಬರುವಾಗ ಬೇಜಾರಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ನಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು, ನಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ಬೇಕು, ಕಾಲೆಲ್ಲ ನೋವು ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಬೇಜಾರಾಗುತ್ತೆ.
ಬಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ?
ಬಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ.
From last week, we have understood that they are in need of a space for themselves. They are only able to meet outside their houses or, speak just from one floor to the other. So there is no designated space for the women. I think which is something we'll parallelly work on, apart from the fact that we will enhance the street where all these women are coming from.
I think a big part of having anyone participate in decision making in the city is the question of where. So the concept of space becomes really important for any community, and particularly those working in the informal sector, given the lack of space already. So creating those public community spaces becomes a crucial first step in ensuring a community comes together.
While we worked very hard towards that, the biggest realization was that it's not easy to find a space for women. It takes a lot of work, and we may not have necessarily arrived at getting that space yet, but that's something that we want to continue.
The following weekend, Shanti had the self-portrait workshop. It was really personal, and Shanti conducting it was obviously going to be magical because that's the way Shanti is.
Today is a painting day, and we are painting the similar thing what we done in the workshop.
It sort of again brings us all together like how we started. Mallika Party shop is very important space because a lot of women, children, men meet up here and talk here. It's an important space in that sense.
புறா அவங்களுக்கு எனக்கு ரொம்ப இஷ்டம். பறவைங்க வந்து அழியவே அழியாது. ஒன்று செத்துட்டாலும் ஒன்று குட்டி போடும். நம்ம செத்துட்டா மறுபடியும் வர மாட்டோம். நம்மளை யாரும் கவனிக்க மாட்டாங்க. அதை வந்து ஐயோ பசி கொஞ்சம் போடலாம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க.
I shifted here 5-6 months ago. During COVID, I didn't have any job. I couldn't pay my rent, so I shifted here. I saw all these beautiful Kaudis hanging out. I really love Kaudis, and I sent a picture to Purnima. She was really excited.
Yeah, today we are painting a Kaudi in a house where actually they make the Kaudi, and they've invited us several times to their house to see Kaudis. And it's a traditional craft, but somehow it also made way into our workshop setup because it was an activity where the women could sit and do it together and also learn from each other. They're really excited that it's happening on their wall.
கொஞ்சம் தண்ணிக்கெல்லாம் ப்ராப்ளம் இங்கே, எப்போயாச்சும் வாரத்துக்கு ஒரு முறை தான் தண்ணி வரும். ஸோ அதனால் மழை வரும்போது நாங்கள் என்ன பண்ணுவோம், பக்கெட்டில் பிடிச்சி எடுத்துகிட்டு போய் உள்ளே ஊற்றுவோம். எதுக்குன்னா யூஸ் ஆகும், ரெஸ்ட் ரூமுக்கு அந்த மாதிரிக்கு யூஸ் ஆகுது. அதனால நான் மழை தண்ணியை பிடிப்பேன். அதை வந்து அவங்க இங்கே ட்ராயிங் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. எல்லோரும் கூட சேர்ந்து பண்ணுறதுனால ஒரு ஜாலியாக இருக்குது.
ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ಲೈನಾಗಿ ಇರೋದ್ನಾಲ ಹಂಗಂಗೆ ಗೆಲೀಜಿ ಕೊಂಚம் ಇದು பண்ணியிருந்தாங்க. இப்போ ಪೇಂಟಿಂಗ್ இருக்கிறதுனால கொஞ்சம் ಲುಕ್ நல்லா தெரியுது.
ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಆಗಿದೆ ನೋಡಿ. ಕೌದಿನೇ ಹೊಲಿಯಕತ್ತಾರೆ ನೋಡೋರು. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕುಂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕೌದಿ ಒಲೆ ಥರನೇ ಒಂದು ಗೊಂಬೆ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೇಮ್ ನಾವು ಕೌದಿ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಹೊಲಿತೀವಿ ಬಿಳಿ ದಾರ ಹಾಕಿ ಅದೇ ಥರನೇ ಬರಕತ್ತಿರೋದು, ಕೌದಿ ಥರನೇ ಬರಕತ್ತಿದೆ.
After the first day, everybody have been coming, they've been volunteering, they've been helping us clean brushes. Like every time we ask them for a brush, they immediately take out brushes from the water, clean the brush and give it to us. There are a few women who are just taking care of the paint boxes. They feel very fresh.
Visually, we are portraying women doing the work. Also, we are telling them that to come and occupy these spaces. One thing I'm sure that the women will come out more than before, and they're going to claim the spaces more than before.
I think the team has done a fantastic job. I don't think anything would have been possible without them. And I'd love to thank all the women who've been coming and painting every day, even if it is not their block, not their building, not their house. They're just coming because they want to paint.
The mural will be starting from here, and there is this two triangle of red and green color, which is the start symbol of the mural. What we painted here is the community people, me and Emmanuel over here, and opposite to that you can see designs and patterns.
ಇದು ರಂಗೋಲಿ ಪೋಟಿ ಇಕ್ಕಿದ್ರಿ ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ. ಆವಾಗ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಗಿಫ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಛತ್ರಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರಿ. ಅವ್ರ ಛತ್ರಿದು ಫೋಟೋ ನೋಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಛತ್ರಿ ಡ್ರಾಯಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ.
And this we dedicate to the BBMP worker, the waste picker. So this is the mural that we dedicate to them. This Kaudi can fit 30 people inside.
ಅವ್ರವ್ರ ಮನಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಚಿತ್ರವಾಗಿ ನೋವು ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ದುಃಖ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಸುಖ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಕಷ್ಟ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಕಷ್ಟ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ವೈರಿಗಳು ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಮರೆಸಿ ಎಲ್ಲರನ್ನೂ ಕರೆಸಿ ನಾವು ಪೇಂಟ್ ಹಾಕ್ತೀವಿ ನೋಡು. ಅದು ಇದು ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಲರ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಕಲರ್ ಜನನೂ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ.
ಫಸ್ಟು ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ನೋಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಪೈಂಟಿಂಗು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಂದೇ ಥರ ಇದೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಂಥರ ಪೈಂಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಸಹ್ಯವಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಇವಾಗ ಬಂದು ಪೈಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಕಲರ್ಫುಲ್ಲಾಗಿ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ನೋಡೋಕ್ಕೆ. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಹೋಗೋಗಿ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ನೋಡ್ತಾರೆ, ತುಂಬ ಸುಂದರವಾಗಿದೆ. ಇವಾಗ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತದೆ.
ನಮ್ಮ ವಾತಾವರಣ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಯಾಕೆ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿದೆ. ಮಳೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಬಿಸಿಲು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಅನುಭವಿಸೋದು ನಾವು ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಚರ್ಚೆ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಕೆಲವು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗಳಿದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಉತ್ತರ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಡೇಟಾ ಬರುತ್ತೆ.
Yeah, the mobility boards came as a parallel project. So the idea was to understand quantitative analysis. So it had to have that element of engagement.
ಸೊ ನೀವು ಪ್ರಯಾಣ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಯಾವುದು ತೊಗೊಳ್ತೀರಾ? ನಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಾ, ಇಲ್ಲ ಬಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಾ, ಮೆಟ್ರೋಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಾ, ಆಟೋಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಾ?
ಸರ್ ಹೋಗಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಆ ಕಡೆ 1 ಅವರ್ 2 ಅವರ್ ನಡಿಬೇಕು ನಾವು ದಾರಿ.
ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ನೀವು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಿರೋ ಅಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಹೋಗೋಕ್ಕೆ ಕೊಡೋ ದುಡ್ಡು ಟಿಕೆಟ್ ಬಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದರೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತಾ?
இங்கேருந்து ஃபீட்பேக் கிட்ட போகிறோமா அங்கேருந்து ஒரு பஸ் பிடிச்சி 4 பஸ்ஸுக்கு அப்படி மாற்றி மாற்றி வாங்குறாங்க.
உங்களுக்கு ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ ತೋಣಿದೆ
ಜಾಸ್ತಿ இப்போ இன்னும் ಜಾಸ್ತಿ பண்ணிக்கிறாங்க.
அப்படியா? ಹಿಂಗೆ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಗ್ರೀನ್ ಅಂದರೆ ನನಗೇನು ತೊಂದರೆ ಅನಿಸಲ್ಲ. ನಾನು ಬಸ್ಸಲ್ಲೇ ಆರಾಮಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಓಡಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಎನಿ ಟೈಮ್. ನಾನು ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಆಗಲಿ ನೈಟ್ ಆಗಲಿ ನನಗೇನು ಭಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅಂದರೆ ಇದು ಗ್ರೀನು. ಇದಾದರೆ ಸುಮಾರು ನಾನು ಓಡಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಬಟ್ ನನಗೆ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಟೈಮು ನನಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಭಯ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ.
Every Sunday we were at it and it's been nice to look back and see that so much we finished in this short span of time.
One good thing is all women are united in this Alli Seroda. Now if any domestic violence happens, there are women who can support a woman or make a complaint. You know, it's a great thing that's going on here.
It's very crucial now this year to not break their trust and to continue this. It has taken a lot to bring them out of their comfort zone, and it's a very important responsibility to take forward in terms of the momentum that needs to be created for in the future. And it's really important now to use our privileges to help them gain that space.